What's going on, everybody? It's Fate Dating Coach Elliott Scott, and as you can see by the title below, we're going to talk about what does it mean when a guy comes back around and says, "I miss you," and what should you do about it? Okay, so a little backstory. I have I guess she's a follower, not a client, but she has my course. And in my course, I talk about giving the ultimatum. Okay, it's very, very, very important because it draws standards and all that kind of stuff. And I even tell you what to exactly say. So if you're interested in the course, link is down below. And the guy ended up coming back around a month later. I'm not surprised. She gave the relationship talk. The guy wasn't sure, but he came back around a month later. Now, she messaged me asking, should I respond? What should I say? And I told her, well, I mean, you can respond, but men are very simple. Women, I think, like to make it very complex. Let's dumb it down a little bit first, okay? So, does he actually miss you? Let's ask that question. I would say no. Why? Because he has the opportunity to be in a relationship with you. You're literally throwing it to him on a silver platter. You gave him the ultimatum. You gave him the relationship talk. He knows what you want, yet you're still not in a relationship. So what does that mean? He is probably unsure. Okay, he is probably unsure. He is trying to have his cake and eat it too by coming back around. So when a guy comes back around and says he misses you, yet he won't jump into a relationship with you, not only is he trying to have his cake and eat it too, he actually misses the assets. He misses the attention, the security blanket that you offer. When he's not talking to someone else, he's talking to you. The validation, the sexual favors, those kind of things. Because literally, if he wanted a relationship, he says he misses you, he can jump into that relationship. But by him not jumping into that relationship, I think he is trying to weasel this is why I advised her not to say something, because he's eventually going to try to weasel his way back in. This is what I call the negotiation, okay? I talk about it in my course a lot, which is the things that you allow or that you disallow kind of dictates the universal contract between you two. So a good example of this is if you and a guy are hooking up, and let's just say you finish and you're laying there cuddling, and you say, "Hey, John, I really like you. I like this, what we have. What about a relationship? How about it?" Right? Don't say it like that. And then he's like, "Hey, you know what? I like you too. It's just not really what I'm looking for." And you're upset and stuff, but however, the next day or the following week, whenever you come back around and you continue this friends with benefits thing you have with him. While that's all good, you just negotiated your standards of "I'm okay with friends with benefits." Why? Because you came back around after he turned your offer down on a relationship. So he can only assume that you're okay with friends with benefits. So what that means when a guy comes back around and says, "I miss you," is if you are responding to it, he doesn't feel any urgency. He doesn't feel any threat of you going anywhere, because it says more. I tell my clients this a lot. It says more about a woman who sticks around and lowers her standards for a man than the man who is doing these hot and cold games or this bullshit or manipulation or these tactics, right? Because it's this guy, his cards aren't really revealed unless you're at a, like, you know the shit that I know or the shit I teach in my course. But over here, your cards are pretty revealed. It's obvious you want a relationship. There's nothing wrong with that. But it gets to the point where if a woman keeps on responding, or a woman just can't let a guy go, or a woman can't draw the line, if she doesn't do that, the only other option really is she lowers her standards to a point, because she desires the guy. She lowers her standards to a point where because she fears losing him, that he takes advantage of it. So he's going to weasel his way back in. Like, this is no skin off his back, by the way. Like, it doesn't mean he's not texting other girls. It doesn't mean he didn't have sex last night. Like, you don't know. This is no skin off his back. If all he has to do is send these texts, which is simple, right? Just sending, you can do that on the toilet. And then once he does it, if she starts responding and they start warming up to each other, it gives this guy opportunity. Now, whether he is actually going to get it in or get his spot back in line, who knows? But it is an opportunity. And I always tell women there's three things you can never beat in life: Father Time, Mother Nature, and human emotion. If you truly like a guy and the guy sticks around, you're eventually going to cave in. That's just how it is. You're eventually going to cave in. You can't fight emotions, okay? So that's why I tell women, you got to uphold standards. If a guy says he misses you, he must not miss you that much, because he doesn't even have to miss you. He could jump into a relationship. He just doesn't. So he misses the assets, ladies. And this is, by the way, for guys that you have met, that you have been on dates with, not guys that you have never met before, not guys who are long distance and you're planning on meeting, but you talk for 2 months. No, these are guys that you have actually met. So that being said, ladies, I love you all. If you haven't yet, again, get my course, Attraction Academy. I go over all this kind of stuff in male psychology in the course. Love you. Take care and peace.